enough for it. K, now get your boots and your coat for this wet, wet, wet. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet, wet, wet. What's up, y'all? So I want to come on and talk a little bit about Lil Wayne's album. For those of you guys who don't know, Lil Wayne just released an album. I think it was on Friday. He released that album. It's trash, and I wanted to come on and talk about it today. Yes, I got clips on Twitter. Y'all know my biggest fan base in the world, the Barbs, are always one of the first ones to get in here. Hey guys, Lil Wayne's album is what is trash. Absolute doo-doo juice. Doo-doo juice with a G, honey. But yeah, it's absolutely horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I was a Wayne fan when I was a teenager. I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. I was really, really into Cash Money Records when they first came on. Don't play with Majesty anymore, bitch. Fuck Majesty and her dead ass brother. How about that? I grew up listening to Cash Money when they all first came out. I was really into East Coast rap before Cash Money came out. So I was listening to a lot of like Jay-Z and DMX and the Rough Riders. I remember when Ja Rule came out, I was listening to Ja Rule. I listened to a lot of Da Brat. I listened to a lot of Lil' Kim. I know Da Brat is from Chicago. But I also listened to a lot of Notorious Big as well. So I was more so like a East Coast rap fan. Who is Majesty? You know who Majesty is. Majesty gets no clout over here. But so yeah, I was really a East Coast rap fan, predominantly out of New York. And then when Cash Money came along, I really liked him. I'm not gonna lie. I remember when Juvenile's 400 Degrees came out. I believe his first single was "Ha." That's you with that badass bitch, huh? No, she's not. Also, y'all love to try to play spooky with no profile pictures, but that's not spooky at all. It's actually quite obsessive because you personally have followed me from Twitter to my TikTok live to be entertained. So get a chair, sit the fuck down, and prepare to be entertained. So, yeah, so Juvenile's album was really, really hot. I was really, really excited. And so when the Hot Boys came out, I was like, oh shit. And then I found out about Lil Wayne, and Wayne is around in my age range. Around I don't know exactly how old he is. Let me look this up really quickly. But I remember specifically because I was under 18 at the time. Yeah, Wayne is a year older than me. Actually, like a year and a half. And I remember because when he first came out, he didn't cuss. And it was like a big thing. It was a big marketing thing. Yes, Cash Money and No Limit. Yes. I'm in Majesty's camp. I have tea on her. Baby, DM it to me. Don't talk me to death. Just DM me the tea. Yeah, somebody else told me that her name was Paris Bennett, but Majesty is a man, so I don't know. Anywho, so then Wayne came out with Lights Off. Ooh, bitch. I'm not gonna hold you. That album, I feel like he made that album for me. I'm not gonna hold you. That was such a great album. Let me go and play it. GHTS. Yep. This album was so good. It had Get Off the Corner on it. Why don't you post a Deshaun Peterson clip from last night? Why don't you get off my live? You're annoying. Let me block you. Hey, Pookie. Hey. Let me see. I ain't gonna block you. I want you to enjoy your time here. But yeah, I don't know if I think that he still has bars anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Lil Wayne is not rapping the the thing that made him enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Lil Wayne is very much trying to keep up with the newer generation as opposed to delivering what it is that we know him for. Um thank you. Um like for instance, like I'm gonna play this song. Let's go. He had this song called Fuck With Me Now. I really liked this song back in the day. Can't fuck with me now. You can't fuck with me now. Hey, this was that shit. That motherfucking baseline, bitch. Niggas wasn't fucking with Wayne. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. So, he was a really, really, really good rapper, and then he eventually got on drugs, and which is very common with those people over there. He eventually got on drugs, and it seems like to me that he had like a second, like a resurgence. So he was really, really big at the end of the 90s. It I don't know if he went to jail or what the case was, but it seemed like he kind of fell off of my radar for a while. Then he came back. This is when Lollipop and all of that came out. He came back and he got like a second win. Yes, everything is reverting back to the 2010s. But he came back. He was on drugs. He was doing like the Amelie and all of that kind of shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was hot. It was hot, but I feel like that music didn't really age well. Um, I feel like because when I go back and listen to the drugs music, because that's what I call that, the lean music. When I go back and listen to the lean music, it it's still good, but I think it's good based on nostalgia, not because the lyrics were actually good. Like a million here, a million there, Sicilian bitch with long hair, put coke in her derriere. It's like smoking the thinnest air. I don't know. I don't know. The lyrics don't do it for me anymore. And so when I saw he had put out a new album on Friday, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to it. I had saw all of the rigmarole around him around the time that Kendrick Lamar was selected for the Super Bowl halftime show. And so at that time, I was thinking to myself then, like, why is everyone, and really it wasn't everyone, it was a certain pink hip brigade who was really out on the timelines everywhere trying to amplify this message as if the NFL commission made the wrong decision by selecting Kendrick Lamar as the halftime show performer. I thought that was really weird because when I think about Lil Wayne, I think about the drug music. I think about the lean music. I think about the times where, we could barely understand what he was saying because he was slurring his words so much, or, you know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't do what needed to be done. And so I thought that was strange. So anywho, I didn't listen to it on Friday. I listened to it yesterday. My brother called me early yesterday and he was like, have you listened to the new Wayne album? And I was like, well, no. Like, why would I do that? And he was like, oh, well, why didn't you listen to it? And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, well, no, I don't. Baby, I should have kicked your ass out. Don't be listening to the fucking barbs, baby. So, anywho, no, you don't. You have a TikTok video that is still on my TikTok page. It is a drug PSA on my TikTok page that I filmed years ago. So, anywho, I want to shout out all of the barbs who are now here on my live stream. You bitches claim that I'm just oh so old and I have nothing going on, but yet you guys make it here every single day. But anywho, we're talking about Lil Wayne. I'll drag your fave a little later. Anywho, I went and listened to that album. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I feel like the sound quality has slipped so far. When I think of Wayne, I automatically think Young Money. I automatically think Cash Money. And there's a certain level of prestige that comes with those titles, considering, he built those titles. You know what I'm saying? It was his name and his talent who really, really pushed those titles and made them household names. Really, really with Cash Money. And then he created his own thing with the Young Money. But when I hear Lil Wayne, that's what I expect to hear. I expect to hear the old Young Money Lil Wayne. I expect to hear the old Cash Money Lil Wayne. I expect to hear the real life rap GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me close this up. I got a water subscription, you guys. I have one of those water dispensers. Go. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So, when I hear Wayne, that's what I expect to hear. What I received yesterday, I do not know that man. I do not know that man. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like as a culture, we have become so content with lackluster performances that no one wants to come out and tell these artists that they suck. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne has a status about himself that is so legendary. And it is so tragic to see him, along with many others, go down this road where they're so complacent with mediocrity. It feels to me they are just happy to see their names in the general lexicon. They don't care about the quality of their art. And I feel like as a culture, we are suffering because people don't want to speak up and say this. Yeah, after the Carter album, Wayne just need to retire. It's okay to retire. Let your work live on. I agree. And yes, music has been on a dramatic decline since 2016. A very dramatic decline. And so that's what brought me here today. Why is it that people are so, I don't even want to use the word like afraid, but apprehensive to holding celebrities accountable for the art that they create? Hey, Bria. Hey, boo. If you're the best at what you do, why retire? Well, are you the best if you're releasing lackluster content? And that's where we are today. If he were the best, people wouldn't have the opinions that they have. And this isn't just a me thing. This is something I was seeing across universally across social media platforms. Wayne is being universally panned. People are saying this is one of his worst albums. And I'm going to be honest, I see someone says we do and their sales reflect it. Not all the time. It's not all the time that the sales reflect it because some people have fan bases who work overtime to make sure that their artists' numbers don't reflect the quality of their work. And that's a very, very dangerous landscape to exist within. And I feel like that it's been going on for so long, unchecked, that at a certain point, it has become normalized. It's very, very, very normalized. They say the same thing about Beyonce, though. Well, if they do, then they do. I personally don't feel that way. I personally feel like Beyonce reinvents herself with every release. I personally have not seen Beyonce release the same project twice. So I would have to disagree with that. Yeah, and it's really really sad, specifically for the goats, the people that people have placed up on this pedestal as if they are the pinnacle of whatever category that they represent. For instance, I feel like Andre 3000, for example, Andre 3000, when he was a part of Outkast, and when Outkast was still a rap group, those boys were legendary. They were really, really, really great rappers. They really represented Southern rap, Atlanta rap, very much epitomized it. And after their prime, Andre 3000 publicly came out and said, I'm not going to rap anymore. I'm not going to rap anymore. I'll be 50 years old. What am I going to rap about? Getting a colonoscopy? And at that point, that's where I feel like a lot of artists are so out of touch that they don't realize that the quality of the art is dramatically suffering. So, yeah. Um and I that's why I picked Andre 3000. Andre 3000 is a legendary artist, and when we remember back up on his career, we're always going to remember fondly because he didn't get to a point where he was just putting out music just to put out music. It wasn't a thing where it feels as though he makes all of his income from the records. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it gives for these artists. It gives very much, well, I got to put this record out. I mean, how else am I going to sustain? How else am I going to make it through? Outside of music, what else does Lil Wayne have? So I feel like these conversations are vital. We definitely have to have the conversations of when our favorite artists are past their prime. Another great example is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is an absolutely phenomenal example because when you listen to Jay-Z's songs, you will not hear the past his prime. You won't hear it. It's nearly indistinguishable. And then on top of that, Jay-Z doesn't jump on every single artist's track. He doesn't jump to put out records every 3 months or every couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is the perfect example for this as well. Jay-Z had a very illustrious career. Name 5 Jay-Z hits without Beyonce. Sure. Change Clothes, Big Pimpin', because I know the song, I just don't know what the title of it is. The one he did with Foxy Brown, Ain't No Nigga, Jigga What Jigga Who, and let's pick a good one, Dirt Off Your Shoulders. So there we go. Oh, Majesty is here. Oh, hey, bitch. I knew you was obsessed. I want to let you know you never call my family, and I'm going to smoke your brother here in a few minutes, just so you know. So, yeah, 99 Problems, Blueprint, like the list goes on and on and on. But one thing that we can't say is that Jay-Z has gotten to a point in his career where he's just releasing bullshit. It feels to me that some of these artists definitely had, yes, I do want the smoke. Why don't you request the camera and let's really do this the way you want to? So anywho, yeah, it just never got to a point where it felt like Jay-Z was oversaturating or to a place where Jay-Z was just putting out anything. So when we remember upon his music career, he's always going to be regarded as one of the GOATs. That's just how it goes. Not you, Coppin, please request the camera. You can get your girls to come in and be your audience, but request the camera. I want you to come up on camera and don't request the microphone because I'm just going to disconnect you. So I want you to get the camera. I want you to come over here and stand big and tall like you try to do over on Twitter. And let's give the girls the show that you really want them to have. I guarantee you don't request that camera. I guarantee you don't request that camera, Paris. They said your name was Paris Bennett. I know there's a singer named Paris Bennett, so I don't really believe him. Are we gonna start dragging Nicki Minaj now? Is that what you guys want to happen? I've only been on stream for about 21 minutes. And of course, my number one fan base in the world runs over here every time. Hey, Majesty, so are you going to request the camera or are you just going to be a comment warrior over here like you do on Twitter? Let me let Twitter know that you're over here in my comments. This is hilarious. We are going to drag your fave. I may even drag her child as well. No, bring your ass back, bitch. So yeah, I know she's not gonna request that camera. I know for a fact, she's not gonna request that camera. I guarantee she doesn't request that camera. So, anywho, and yours won't either. Why do you want to talk about my brother when your brother is at the same place my brother's at? Because I want to. Anywho, so I listened to his album. I did not enjoy it. And then I saw last night, and it was so funny too, because coincidentally, while I was listening to Wayne's album, I saw that a new version of it dropped. And so I was like, well, what the hell is this new version? And y'all, I went over and played the new version. It is exactly the same as the original version. Um, he called it bonuses or something like that. I have my iPad here. Yeah, it's called the Carter 6 bonus. And so I went and checked it out. I didn't notice anything different between the two versions. Um, Other than there was one new song. It was a song called Band from New Orleans. It's a remix featuring Nicki Minaj. And so I listened to it. I openly have talked about how I listened to it. I feel as though I can't give a complete critique of music unless I listen to it, which is why I ever even went into radio and television to begin with, was because of my love for music and movies and television shows and things like that. And so I decided to go off into a career that really encompasses the things that I love. So that way it never feels like I'm working. So I listened to the song and I'm going to be honest, it was trash. And it's really sad because here we have these two artists who have very, very big names for themselves. Once upon a time, Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and Drake ran Young Money. I mean, if you want to talk about oversaturation, bitch, Young Money was it. You know what I'm saying? And so now to see these two, actually all three of them, to be quite honest, all three of these artists slipping down the totem pole so drastically is so heartbreaking to see, especially Nicki Minaj. We have been saying that she was on drugs long before we even knew whether or not she was actually on drugs. I mean, you have to be on drugs to sit there and repeat, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe for 3.5 minutes. So we have been saying that for a long time beforehand. And so once all of these different videos started to pop out, no, you can just request like everyone else does. Once all of those different videos used to pop out of her nodding out on camera, I'm sure you guys saw the videos. I put one of them here on my own TikTok page of her nodding out on camera. And then later we found out that she was actually addicted to Percocets. And so that's probably why she was nodding out on camera. And so, not long after that, she puts out an album. I recently went to try to listen to Pink Friday 2, I think it's called. I think her latest album was called Pink Friday 2. I made it 6 songs in. That album is absolute dumpster juice. literally the worst music. I mean, like literally, her music is worse than Vanilla Ice's right now. She has the worst female music. Like I'm not. You really can't give her rapper because what she does is more so in line with like pop music and what the pop girlies are doing. Nicki Minaj gives me over glorified Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Like she gives me, she'll be good for a nice 8 count, but anything beyond that, and we're gonna start getting silly. She may even start singing, and no one asks for that. And so she's definitely one of the artists that I think needs to realize that her prime has passed, and that rap is no longer her thing. I think that Nicki Minaj should probably focus on doing children's audiobooks. I think that'll be a nice lane for her, or even like children's cartoons. I spoke recently about how someone sent me a clip of her. Hey, Strawberry, let me go open my door back. No, I'm literally not being funny. Like, I'm being God's honest with my opinions. I really feel as though rap is not on her side anymore. Like it's really not on her side anymore. Nicki Minaj's raps are still stuck in 2020. I mean in 2016. Her raps are stuck in 2016. I think that as a animated actor or a voiceover artist, she would be able to recapture some of her initial glory, but rap is just not it. It's just not it. Because whenever she drops like a rappy rap song, it never does well. And to me, that says that the GP is not here for rap from you. But she like heavily weighs her entire career on the rap thing. So well, Duncan, I'm here talking about her because you guys won't let me talk about Lil Wayne's album, which is why I titled my space or my TikTok live, Should Lil Wayne Retire? I came here to talk about Lil Wayne's album. You guys are here to talk about Nicki Minaj, so now we're talking about Nicki Minaj. So this is how this works. So anywho, yeah, she should be a voice actor, definitely not a rapper, especially with the new girls like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, Lotto, Glorilla. These girls are coming in and making gigantic splashes in the rap industry. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj gets overlooked and bypassed. I saw her over at the Met Gala sitting in a corner at the Instagram table posing with, I think I still have this magazine. I do. Nicki Minaj was sitting in the corner posing with her. Her. The queen of rap in the corner posing with her. That's who she was posing with. So, it's like y'all be acting like y'all are scared to tell these celebrities that they're not it anymore. And that's like how we get into these situations where people are discussing rap music and what rap music is. I am an 80s baby, so I am what rap music is. I literally grew up as a part of hip hop. I eat, sleep, shit, and breathe hip hop. And so when I see artists trying to falsely claim a portion of my culture, I'm going to call it out. And I'm going to call it out every time. Every time. You can't have your biggest songs be pop songs and call yourself a rapper. It doesn't work that way. That's not the way that it works. Just like you can't call yourself the queen of rap and constantly compare yourself down to rappers up under you. Why don't you ever compare yourself to the rappers above you? Why doesn't Nicki Minaj compare herself to Queen Latifah? or Roxanne Shante, or Salt and Pepper, or Da Brat, or Shauna, or Remy Ma. Why won't she compare herself to those rappers? Those were the rappers who were out when she was out, when she came out. Why is there a Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B? Why does that exist? Why does Nicki Minaj not like Ice Spice? How does that work? See, questions that need answers. Questions that need fucking answers. That's where we are. Y'all don't like that lady. Y'all do not like Nicki Minaj. Y'all don't like her. Y'all don't give a fuck about that lady. What? Because if y'all cared about her, y'all would tell her to get the fuck off of Twitter, always posting memes and shit like that, and go flex that pen that she claims that she have. Because I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Thank you for the gift. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Okay, well, if Billboard ranked her higher than Queen Latifah, other than sales, how does she compare or beat Queen Latifah at anything other than sales? Let's take the sales off the table because we all know you guys manipulated those sales. We're not going to sit here and play delusional. I posted the proof yesterday on a TikTok video. I'll do it again. But at the end of the day, let's stop acting like those sales were organic because we know they're not. So this is not organic sales. Doing this to get on Billboard so that you can brag about it and stand arguments, nah. Do better, and the shit ain't gonna work here. So at the end of the day, because this right here is what got her Billboard rules changed.
There's Gag City Reloaded Deluxe. They know what they have to do. Okay, they're very smart.
So as soon as Billboard heard that, they hurried up and said, "Oh, just so you know, we gonna shave 100,000 of them motherfucking sales off, bitch, because we believe you trying to incentivize those fans into going to go buy all 4 versions of your album." And then the losers jumped on the timeline and started trying to complain, saying that Billboard was taking sales away from her. So let's not talk about sales. We know you guys manipulate sales. We know you guys got streaming farms. We know y'all sit up on Station Head and organize with her so that she can get these numbers. We know that. But outside of that, let's talk cultural impact. Let's talk cultural impact. How does Nicki Minaj compare to Queen Latifah in cultural impact? Hey, Kiki. Fuck Papa, bitch. The fuck? Fuck you thought this was? Bitch, this ain't Twitter. Y'all, report his page. Report his page. Reporty. Guess what? They take the TikTok. They take the TikTok. Cause, hey, Lisa, cause they come over here starting shit with me. You can't play nothing with me, Majesty. You have been in my comments for 24 minutes. Are you serious? You're literally the number 1 gifter. You are my number 1 gifter. Let me get a screenshot of this because I want the Barbs to know how much you love me. Let me give you a cute little face. So when you see it on the timeline, period. The Barbs are over here begging for my attention. They want me to talk about Nicki Minaj, so I'm going to oblige them. Did you guys know that she is struggling with the Percocet addiction that she talked about in Vogue magazine? Noelle, I see you on Twitter too. Period, Pooh. We pulling double duty. We pulling double duty over here. These folks are so bothered by me. So why does my opinion matter so much to the Barbs? Can you talk about Nikki's brother? He's a pedophile, honey. We don't celebrate pedophiles over here. But what I will talk about is her affinity for pedophiles, how she always is in contact with pedophiles like 6ix9ine and her brother, her husband. She loves a good old rapist, honey. Hey, Tamisha. And now Majesty saying I won't get clout off of them. Bitch, you're in my comments. I got the clout when you showed up. Soon as you showed up, the clout was here. Soon as you got that DM that said Chad Turner's on TikTok Live, and you was like, "Ooh, bitch, let's go over there." I got the clout right then and there. That was the moment. I told y'all Majesty wasn't gonna request that camera. I told y'all. Bitches like to get over here and act like they're oh so tough, but won't request that camera. You won't request that camera, though. You will run your mouth from Twitter to motherfucking TikTok, bitch, but you won't request that camera, though. Ah! Speaking of which, has anybody ever called Papa Bear singing the Coco Melon theme song? Hell, have they ever caught him singing? Have they caught him talking? Have they caught him whispering? Bitch. Has CPS been over there to make sure he's safe from his father? Because you know his father is a rapist, and his father is a pussy snatcher. A pussy taker. Because I want to. Why you in my comments? Because you want to. So I'm going to give you what you want while you giving me what I want. Why do I care about Offset? Cares about him, bitch, nobody. His own ex-wife don't give a fuck about him. Why would I? Hey, Simone. Faye, because this is what they want. This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you want. Like, ain't no way in the fuck I'm gonna come over to somebody's TikTok live that I don't like and interact with them. Majesty! I started off discussing music, then just started lying and saying, oh, well, you're free to, like, leave the live since I'm such a liar. Nobody's begging you to stay here. But you guys love it here. That's the problem. The last got some hanging, so I told him, thank you, honey. I need to go get a retwist. I'm going to be getting with my sister-in-law. Yeah, because remember they said my hairline was leaving. I wonder where that's going. I just got a big forehead. That's all it is. I had a big forehead my whole life. I got pictures of me when I was 7 with a big old forehead. Oh, I was just making sure you were still here, girl. You my number one, girl. You my number one, no shade. You love me, bitch. Oh. Yeah, I hope her brother is doing the same thing. Oh no, Culture speaks 2 languages. Papa Bear speaks 0. Last I saw, he was communicating with spoons and knives, honey. Spoons and knives. And I heard him grunting in the background. I know that boy autistic. I know he is. I've been watching it long enough. I've been on TikTok now for about 3 good years. I've seen enough. I know what I'm seeing. Seen enough.
And Doug.
And what's funny is bringing up other celebrity children and accusing them of having mental disorders does absolutely nothing for me personally, because I don't have any connections with any of these celebrities whatsoever. I don't give a fuck about none of their personal lives, absolutely none of them. But you guys do. And so when you come over here launching out attacks and things like that, I'm going to say exactly what I need to say to trigger you. And I know how to trigger you. So you see, she won't show that boy just being a normal boy. And the reason why is because we'll be able to see what she doesn't want us to see. So what she does is she uses him to sell products. And we've seen it. We've seen it a lot of times. Ooh. So, yeah, I know what I'm looking at. I've dealt with, here in Ohio, it's called MRDD. We've dealt with MRDD a lot, especially in my line of work. And working with celebrities as well. So I know what I'm seeing. That's why y'all get so mad. Y'all get so mad because y'all don't want it to go out there. And that's the same reason why y'all try to make these accusations about other children. Did I buy my favorite biracial song? Somebody? I don't know. I never knew Mariah dropped a song called Somebody. I'll definitely buy it, though, if I see it in the iTunes store. Nicki's new song is not even top 200 on Apple Music. Wayne's new song is not 200 on Apple Music. The one that's featuring him. The one that's featuring her. The Purple Hips. So, yep. He did not debut on the Spotify Global. He is only number 1 on iTunes. This is what the Barbs do. The Barbs are going to take that because this is how y'all know. No other song on Wayne's whole album is doing this. No other song. Not only that, but I remember when it was announced that she was going to be on the album, they were scrambling. They couldn't wait. Oh, we're going to run it up. We're going to run it up. And then when the album came out and she wasn't on there, they tried to act like, oh, well, we already knew it wasn't going to be on there. And now the album re-released. And if it was Wayne's fans who was doing it, more than just that song would be on the charts. Even better, more of the songs on his album will be in the top 10. It's not Wayne's fans doing this. This is the Barbs, and the Barbs got the song in their little Discords and in their group chats, telling each other to run up the song. They got their little Barb bank where old girl be depositing money to them, and I got the receipt. There's one thing about me is the bitch will never be able to sue me because I keep receipts. So I got the receipt of how she sends money over to her own fan base so that they can buy her music. And that's what's happening right now. That's exactly what's happening right now. So I always find it funny. They come on here talking about, sales. She's the top selling and da. Well, I would be the top selling too if I had a whole bunch of losers in the Discord running to go buy my song. If I was giving my fans thousands of dollars to go and buy my song, or even inviting them over to Station Head with promises of free concert tickets, of course I'm going to sell the most. Won't get me a Grammy, but it will get me all those sales and, number 1 on the Billboard list. I don't know what that does for anybody, especially when you have liens on every business that your name is on. Like, the self-awareness is in hell. Hell, Henny. I have trouble seeing the plot. I be having trouble seeing the plot, Henny. What is the plot? See, But sure, yeah. Run over to Chad Turner's TikTok channel and try to shut him down. I'm just mad because Nicki won't send me no money. She won't send you none either. Yeah, she's sending all her money to the First Horizon Bank of Tennessee. Talk about she ain't gonna send out no money. She can't send no money to nobody. She got to send $500,000 to that security guard that her husband broke his jaw in Germany. Did y'all know that? TMZ reported it. She ain't sending nobody no money. You know she ain't paying their rent. This is me. This is me perpetually. That's me perpetually, bitch. Y'all make me laugh so bad. So bad. Let me see. Okay, that's the streaming farm video. Yep. Because I be keeping a receipt, bitch. That's one thing about it. I am going to keep a receipt. Henny. Okay? I might have to hit up one of my buddies. Because my buddy be keeping them receipts, too. But yeah, she definitely got her big ass, here it is.
And carry the barb. All I want y'all to do is that for the barb bank, for me to transfer over my coins, all I want y'all to do is tell me if y'all think the girl who been doing Nicki's Dream Team is the one, and if you think it's somebody else. So just comment Barb Bank and put the person's name for your suggestion, or comment Nicki's Dream Team if you think the girl that does Nicki's Dream Team should have the Barb Bank.
Let's see, somebody says, who cares though? It's not money laundering for real. You're right. It's not money laundering. It's payola. It's payola, you dumb. It's payola. That's called payola. Not y'all didn't know what payola was, but you were accusing other celebrities of using it. That's payola. Payola. Not Crayola. Payola. Bitch. That's how I be knowing y'all just be saying shit and don't know what it means. Ah, that's funny. Majesty.
Thank you.
Majesty. Get your ass up here and tell them that's payola. They are not streaming Nicki's music outside, please. Please stop that bullshit. Not you see a damn recliner talk about 1930s furniture, 1940 furniture. Bitch, you're mad and obsessed and pressed. Y'all tap them likes. Tap the motherfucking likes. We about to run the likes up in this bitch. Two boops. No. New. Streaming farms, you said? Streaming farms? Someone said streaming farms? Never seen any other artist with anything like that. Notice all the songs were Super Freaky Grandmother. It's crazy. Crazy, but they swear up and down everybody is doing this. But the only videos that exist belong to them. The only videos that exist, or the only photos that exist of a person with 998 copies of the same album, comes from them. every time. But everybody's doing it. Well, you would think that I would be able to find an Arianator with 975 Ariana Grande records. But you see, normal Arianators like myself, we only have one copy. I only got one copy. You make me feel like a dangerous woman. Well, considering I am your favorite Nicki Minaj content creator, I have to keep my receipts ready and locked and loaded for you guys. How would it look if you guys caught me off guard? I mean, look at how you guys tried to do because I was unwilling to run through Cardi B's entire discography in my head on TikTok Live. And you guys ran over and tried to make it seem as though I don't know her lyrics. Or even worse, that I don't have favorite Cardi B lyrics. I refuse to answer that question. So how about you tell me what your favorite Nicki Minaj bar is, and I'll tell you if it's a natural bar or not. Let's play that game. Run the likes up, everyone. I would like to see the likes being ran up. Majesty, you still here, bitch? Why are you not requesting the camera? Why are you in your group chats telling everyone to come up here and request the camera for you? Because nobody's getting a camera but you. No one's getting a request on here but you. So no. Papa Bear is who's on the spectrum. And his father, if we're being honest. His daddy got one of them little mouths, and he got that saliva that pool up in the corners. I see why she fell in love with him. Oh, yeah, you know, he can't use a voice changer up here. That's why he won't request that camera. See, if he requests the camera, he'll have to tell all of Twitter who he really is and give Chad all that power. So he won't be doing it. Will you, Paris? If that's your name. Twitter is already laughing at her, laughing at Majesty for being in my comments. So I want to show you guys this comment right here. Hopefully it shows it right. It says, I've been streaming. You have been too, cause you a Barb. This one. I'm sorry, that one. Let me see. Oh well. Anywho, why do y'all call people Barbs as if it's something negative to be? So if I have been streaming and I am a Barb, why do y'all say it like it's something negative? Because I'm going to tell you one thing. Y'all need a good streamer too. I'm not going to hold y'all. The fact that I even said the name of the song in my TikTok, y'all need a bone. Bad. Okay? Bad. So I don't know why y'all do that to yourselves, because if it's negative for me to be a Barb, don't you think it's negative for you to be one? And then furthermore, if it's negative to be a Nicki Minaj fan, why y'all out here on the timeline arguing every day? I love the questions that need to be answered. Let's see if y'all get a number one on Billboard with Wayne song. Right, exactly, Kels. Why y'all using 18 devices to stream if she's so in demand? If she's so in demand and she's such the number one rap girl and everybody, you know, you bitches look up to, you say you look up to her, but really you look up to me. Well, if that's the case, why y'all got a mass stream and mass buy? Why do y'all absolutely depend on station head? The streams ain't cutting it organically? Why y'all gotta have bar blackouts? Why y'all in my comments today if she's just selling so well, just making trees grow with these albums, Jesus. She's wrapping circles around the new girls. Why y'all got a mass stream and mass buy? Why y'all I bet you I can get on Nicki Minaj's station here right now and see all of y'all on station here. But y'all ain't just playing the song on regular Apple Music though. Yep, spiraling over imaginary crowns and fake accolades. Every time. Nicki Minaj is not the queen of rap, and quite frankly, she never has been. Lil' Kim is the queen of rap. The queen of rap. Rappy rap, too. Rappy rap. Not that sing-songy ass, flat ass, sheep bleating ass music that your fave be dropping. Sound like a fucking sheep in labor. No, rap, bitch. Rap. 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 Something your fave can't do. Nicki Minaj can't rap. It's time to address the white and purple polka dotted elephant in the room. Nicki can't rap. She can't rap. She can't fucking rap. Because all of her best music was when she was with Safari. After she left Safari, them raps been struggling exponentially, bitch. Exponentially. Safari was the A&R of those fucking projects. Safari was Roman and Martha. Because if it was her, it would be easy for her to emulate it. She can't emulate it because ain't nobody taught her how to do the shit in the last 10 years. Safari wrote them rhymes, and everybody knows it. Her fucking number one person, her go-to person that she talks about all the fucking time, Fendi. Fendi says Safari was taking that homework home. Everybody says it. Everybody said it. Safari said it. Oh, let me, y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Because one thing a bitch ain't got to do is lie.
It's crazy you could come somewhere and see your work and know that you ain't get a damn thing for it. Crooked ass niggas.
Crooked ass niggas is what he said. So, and that's the album he wrote before he left the whole relationship. So at the end of the day, y'all hoes can run that shit into the ground with the rest of you losers, but that shit don't work with me, baby. I'm sorry. I know how to go look up the information. Just like Tate Cobain is a writer on that new song that she just put out with Lil Wayne last night. But for somebody who don't use writers except for a hook, on a song with no hook, I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you guys. Yes, I feel as though she paid Safari to keep his mouth shut. He definitely was loud and proud about the fact that he was writing those raps. He was very, very instrumental in creating the entire landscape. Okay? And then all of a sudden, he comes out in a new interview and says, no, I did not say that. No. And you know who else did that? So before Safari came out and said, no, I didn't say that. No, he threatened her with a lawsuit. And then he received writing credits and he was already receiving A&R credits, but he wanted those writing credits because he wanted to expose that the bitch wasn't just writing the songs by herself. Because If Safari was only writing hooks like they claim he was, Safari would have been writing hooks for other people. So I want to show you guys the band from New Orleans writing credits. I hope and pray to God this is showing in the right way. This is called Band from New Orleans. Let me see, can I flip my camera on my own? Flip camera. Oh no, wrong way. Oh, no bad. Oh, it's not backwards. Okay, sweet. Flip camera. Sweet. Okay, so here's the writers on the original. So there you go. We got Lil Wayne, The Night After, Camo, Nature, Swiss Beats, Cam'ron, Nori, Jadakiss, Big Pun, Styles P, and Brooke Lynn. So when we switch over to the Band from New Orleans remix, let's get down here. So here we go. Zoom in. Okay. Let me go back there, because if you're saying zoom in, that means the other ones were too small as well. So let me see. There we go. Can y'all see that? Lil Wayne, The Night After, Camo, Nature, Swiss Beats, Cam'ron, Nori, Jadakiss, Big Pun, Styles P, and Brooke Lynn. See that? Okay. So now we're going to go over to the remix. And on the remix, Henny, zoom in for y'all. On the remix, we got Styles P, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Camo, The Night After, Tate Cobain, Mac Main, Swiss Beats, Jadakiss, Nori, Big Pun, and Brooke Lynn. Why is Tate Cobain a writer? And before y'all get started with the lies, because y'all know how y'all like to lie, the producers is The Night After and Camo. He ain't write no hook because it ain't no hook on the song. Lil Wayne got the chorus on that song. Remember, it was a Wayne song before she jumped on it, and it was a complete song before she jumped on it. Y'all gonna stop the fucking lies today. So we're gonna come back over to the original. The producer is The Night After and Camo. I don't get my information from Nicki Minaj. She's a known liar. Producers, The Night After and Camo. Bring your bitch ass back. The Night After and Camo. Now we're going to go back to the version with her. The Night After and Camo. So we know Tate Cobain did not produce that song. We also know he has a writing credit, which means he wrote. Now, if the whole song is rap, right? The whole song is rap. And Lil Wayne got the chorus. Then what did Tate write? That's what I want to know. I want to know what Tate wrote. Write it in the comments. I have no interest in listening to any barbs at all try to disseminate no type of information, because you are known liars. You guys are known to fake information. I know this. So I'm not going to give you a platform to get up here and lie. Type it. Yep, good snap kills. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what he wrote. The first and last part of her version is the hook he wrote. No. No. It says verse. The refrain. The refrain that sounds exactly like the verse. Is that what we're talking about? The refrain? Disclaimer, plenty paper? That sounds just like Can You Blame Her? I'm the main her? Is that what we're saying that Tate wrote? Make sure now, before you respond. Because they're the same cadence. And they even rhyme. So make sure that's what you're saying. Because something ain't making sense. The disclaimer part is sung and repeated. Okay. But you're still not explaining why it sounds like the verse. Same cadence, same rhyme structure. Y'all be trying. I mean, I be seeing. Y'all do be trying. It just don't be landing. Y'all be trying to fly the plane, but y'all can't land it, though. That be the thing. So, again, it's not going to chart. And again, like I said before, this is really, really sad and tragic to see, especially to see someone who crowned themselves as the queen of rap, but they only succeed in pop music. Pop music against other rap bitches. Because if you put her pop music against, like, I'm spitballing here, Rihanna, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, we quickly see there's no comparison. I'm a music commentator. That's what we do. We listen to music we don't like so that we can critique it. We also listen to music we do like so that we can critique it. It's kind of what music critiquing is we listen to music and then critique it. Thanks for tuning in, though. Did you guys take it into your streaming farm? Do I need to pull up the streaming farm again? Because nobody's ever going to give you guys any credibility for running a song up because we now learned how y'all do it. She gets on Stationhead and gaslight y'all, let y'all know the money is coming into the Barb Bank. Then the Barb Bank, which is the truth, IZ the truth. She's out there advertising that she finally got the funds in and everybody can request them. And then y'all run and request the funds and post your iTunes receipts all over Twitter. I've seen the playbook. Run the likes up. 'Cause I'm sick of fucking playing with these kids. Run the likes up. This is the type of time I'm on right now. Because what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why do I give a fuck about what Barty Gang is doing? I don't care. I'm talking about Young Money. I don't care. Y'all care. Why do y'all need other artists to explain why your favorite artist is flopping? Because every fan base, of course. You can't just stand on what you're doing. You always got to bring up somebody else. I didn't ask why other people are doing it. I said, why are y'all? There's no proof of nobody else doing it. We don't got videos of Beehive in a streaming farm saying run up and go buy up all of the copies of Beyonce's album. And then on top of that, when we look at Beyonce's tour, Beyonce is touring stadiums. Filled stadiums. Nicki Minaj couldn't even sell out the fucking arena in Chicago. She reduced her capacity by 5,000 fucking people. And Megan Thee Stallion came to the same venue and sold out 14,000 tickets. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Nicki Minaj was on Station Head every single day giving away free tickets to her concert. And she called them quote unquote upgrades. But anybody in the know knows that when a show is not selling, you give away quote unquote upgrades so that the top part of the sections can get those black curtains across them. So that way can't nobody tell that that portion wasn't sold. That's the only reason why y'all are getting upgrades. If those tickets were sold, there wouldn't be an available upgrade. The ticket was sold. Tour grossed over 100 million, by the way. Right. You're right. It actually grossed about 108 million. But what did she net? That's the T. What did she take home? Because what we do know is that tour that was canceled in 2018, that had to be paid back. Yeah, it had to be paid back. Another thing that we know is when you go on tour, you have to pay the venue, you got to pay all the crews, you got to pay the concession workers, you got to pay your merchandise counter runners, you got to pay the sound people, you got to pay the light people, you got to pay your dancers, your wardrobe, your hair person. You got to pay, bitch. So out of that 100 million, how much did she net? And then on top of that, before you really get into what she net, don't forget she got those liens, and First Horizon Tennessee Bank got to get their portion before she takes her part home. So how much out of that 108 million did she take home? That's the real tea. Don't come over here talking about nets, and don't come over here talking about gross incomes, gross amounts made, and all of that. No, bitch, because a true businessman wants to talk about the net. What was the take home? What was the take home, honey? What was the take home? Y'all worried about the wrong shit. Y'all all in my house and shit. No, I want to talk about that house that she overpaid by $7 million. What was the take home? What was the take home? What was the take home? What percentage of all income does she make that she actually gets to take home versus what she got to give over to the people that's holding them publishing? That catalog. Remember that? The catalog. Where's the answers? Y'all talk about what I'm reaching for. Give me the answer. What percentage does she take home considering she has a lien? Oh, you're not about to count the richest female rapper's pockets. Oh, but y'all was just so quick to type in 100 million. What changed? What changed? How did we change in 20 seconds? What's the fucking procedure? What's the percentage, bitch? Especially when primarily your music is sold by streaming. And we all know it takes, 3,000 streams in order to make, 3 1,000ths of a cent? So even when y'all be debuting on the Spotify Global, she's only getting a few $100s. So, no, don't stop counting the pockets now. Let's continue counting. So 12 million streams. Okay, let's run this up. Let's see how this goes. Okay. 12 million. 12 million divided by 0.0003. Let me do this. No. Divided by 3,000. That's 4,000. And then my dog just farted and that shit stank. 4,000 divided by 0.003. No, I meant times. I'm sorry. Times. Boom. Okay. So 12 million streams is $12. I don't think that's right. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see this. I don't think that's right. I might got this wrong. It might be 3,000. But nonetheless, it's not any type of real money. Oh, you can't do math, can you? One thing I do know is a bitch is broke. I don't gotta know the formula to know the results. The bitch is broke. So what are we discussing? What's the real one? Chateau First Horizon Bank, Henny. Y'all like my coffee mug? It's trademarked. The thing is we came here to talk about Lil Wayne. Y'all brought up Nicki Minaj. So we're talking about Nicki Minaj. We're not talking about everybody else. That's what's going to keep you pulling out your follicles, because I'm not going to allow you to steer the conversation. You wanted to come to Nicki? We're here. And whatever the rest of this screen looks like, bitch, you're tuned in. And I want to thank you. Y'all want me to be bothered so bad? Let me stop playing with you before I get a copyright strike. That's what they better stop doing, because $36,000. Okay, $36,000. Okay, $36,000. Thank you. $36,000 is what 12 million views get. 12 million streams. So while she may be the most streamed, she's definitely not the richest or most successful, by that matter. We were talking about whether Lil Wayne should retire or not. But then Nicki Minaj's fans came over because they love me oh so much. They can't live without me going online and not talking about her. So they wanted to talk about her. And, now we're in this truth circle. We're having a healing session. Yeah, we're having a healing session. A sister circle, if you will. Want to make her the topic, but when you drop facts, they get upset every time. And it's funny too, because I don't care to talk about her. I really don't. I don't actively seek out her music to listen to it or anything. Every time she releases, they jump in my comments and let me know that she's released something. And so once I go and check it out and I come back with my opinion, because I really feel like she's fallen off the wagon a very long time ago. And then once I express that again, she's fallen off the wagon and she doesn't have it in her to be able to redeem herself. Then they want to get mad. But that's not my fault. That's her fucking fault. Chad used to be one of the biggest barbs. He got blocked and has been a disgruntled fan ever since. Well, that's just not true. Now, that is just not true. And you know it's not true because you've never seen me on you guys' side of the fence. From the very first time you guys ever even learned about Chad Turner, you were accusing me of being Barty Gang when I had no clue what a Barty Gang even was. So let's not lie and stop calling him an alien before I take a screenshot and send it over. Y'all know he loves to sue. Yeah, I said back talk. It was a trend here on TikTok. Oh, I'm so glad you're here and we can talk about this. Because y'all just make it like I just love this lady. Baby, I was doing a trend on TikTok during the pandemic. The same thing a lot of other people were doing. That's not fanning. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all try to make it out to be. That's not being a fan. So it says Republican UMG get their money out first out that 36,000, so she probably get less than $5,000. It wouldn't surprise me because I know how the music industry goes. They're the ones who try to put her up there like she actually runs anything, but the only thing she actually runs is her mouth. So, but I'm gonna show you guys my Back Talk video that I filmed. Let me see. Because they think they got a gotcha. So here's my video. It's quiet, ain't no back talk. So I'm going to show you guys the trend. So I'm going to click the sound. Okay. And then we're going to start scrolling. So this was in 2020.
It's quiet, ain't no back talk. Need back talk.
So look at the date there.
It's quiet, ain't no back talk.
October 20th, 2020. We're going to go back to my date. Now, my date is October the 23rd, 2020. You see that? So we're going to go through the trend. That's in 2024. This was October the 20th, 2022. I mean, 2020.
Quiet, ain't no back talk.
Come on. Because we're going to... October 11th, 2020. October 20th, 2020.
It's quiet, ain't no back talk.
November 15th, 2020.
It's quiet, ain't no back.
So it was just a trend, baby. Y'all put too much weight on the fact of someone singing her fucking songs. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because you guys don't organically see people singing her songs anymore. That when you guys see somebody use a sound or lip sync a word or anything that closely resembles something that looks like you guys, you rush to go and claim it. But then if they don't claim it with you, you use it as if it's something derogatory. So if I would have taken this video...
Talk. It's quiet, ain't no back talk.
If I would have taken that video and followed it up with Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap, y'all would have welcomed me in with open arms, bitch. Y'all are so desperate for somebody with actual sense to come and join y'all. Y'all would have welcomed me in with open arms. Then your narrative that I was a disgruntled fan who didn't get her attention, that probably would have worked. However, I never really cared for her. And the only reason why you guys even got those videos is because you were being trolled. That one was an authentic me doing a trend. It was a trend. Clearly, I showed the timing of everything. But after that, when you guys started to harass me, I started to troll you. So that's where you got the video of me in the bathroom where I was like, I'm a killer with the Zoom, the cylinders in the roof, and then give me the loot. That's when y'all got that. It's called being trolled. I've openly said I've listened to her music in the past. You're not going to get a gotcha out of that. I talk about that. I've never tried to hide that. But to keep accusing me of being a fan in the way that you guys do it, it implies that you know that being a fan of Nicki Minaj is absolutely delusional in 2025. And so I love seeing you guys do it. I love seeing you say, hey, Hershey girl. And yeah, I love this for you guys. I love that you guys pay me so much attention. I love that here we are in 2025. We're still discussing a video that I filmed in 2020. I love all of this. I love that you bitches are so involved and, you know, intertwined with what I'm doing in my life. This is literally like one of the best things in the world for me. So I want to thank you guys yet again. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all love me. Y'all love me. Love me, Henny. So, yeah, I'm always going to show up and give you guys exactly what it is that you want. Obviously, you're not pressing anything. You're not going to change my opinions about anything of the sort. what you are going to do is you are going to screen record my videos. You're going to run over to Twitter. You're going to post your little clips because that's what the fans do. The fans clip up your videos and run to post them on all the other platforms because, as we all know, I am a 41-year-old man and I just don't have the time to sit around and do that all day. Thank you, Ivy. I need to get a retwist like bad, so, and I need to wash it. But thank you, boo. Yep, I'm only 41. I know I look like I'm 69, but I'm only 41. And I know, my skin looks flawless with no filters. I never come online with filters. Never got a needle to the face, never took a chisel to my nose, any of those things. And yeah, I know I look far younger than 41. So thank you. 53 at the oldest. Oh, well, I'm sure Nikki looks 78. So, because I'll be seeing her, honey. And her body, especially compared to mine, and I know I'm a man and she's a woman and everything, but her shit is falling off the bone. Off the bone, honey. I'm going to show you. Because y'all know I keep a good receipt, Hitty. That's why y'all be mad there. So I be keeping a good receipt, Hitty. Look at this. Look at that. Ass is dead. Falling off the bone, honey. My body don't look like that at all. At all. At all. The skin around my ass is still tight. My ass and my thighs are discernible. You can tell like where my cheeks stop and my thigh starts. Yeah, you can see that. It's not sloughing off the bone. None of my skin is sloughing off the bone. I've never been obese, ever in my life. I did become a little overweight during the pandemic, but I mean, who didn't? I stopped doing all my choreography and dancing and all of that stuff, so I gained a little bit of weight. But one thing I never, ever experienced was the meat on my body falling off the bone. Nowhere. Skin good and tight, Henny. Good and tight, okay? Good and tight, okay? So, yeah, I know my body is light years better than hers. Face card is undeniable, bitch. Flawless victory, bitch. Remember, no makeup, no filters. Never believe that. Hey, Six. That's why y'all mad now. That's why y'all are mad now. I remember when I first popped on TikTok Live and I had those Invisalign. I had my Invisalign and y'all was like screenshotting my mouth and zooming in on my little attachments on my teeth, talking about my teeth were rotting off the bone and falling out of my skull. I remember all that shit. That was like, what? Where did this come from? Come to find out, y'all biscuit head ass was just mad because I didn't like Nicki Minaj. But Nicki is pretty. I can't deny that. I mean, my grandmama was pretty too. Oh, good. You got a lot of screenshots. Cool. Thank you for, keeping track of the king. Make sure you post all my screenshots over on Twitter and tag me. My Twitter handle is at the Mr. Chad Turner. Yeah, look at this. No double chin, bitch. Never had one. Never had one. No drainage plugs coming out my sleeve. None of that. Honey, let me show y'all. No laparoscopic scars anywhere. No dot there, or there. No dots. Original stomach, bitch. The stomach God gave me. The teeth God gave me. No veneers. No fillers. The entire body God gave me, bitch. Took real good care of it. Face too. Skin too. Believe that. Oh, I don't think I know. Who's requesting? A top 5 viewer. I don't stand anybody. You're mad because I like Cardi B and I don't like Nicki Minaj. I like rap, raw ass rap music. I don't like bubblegum music. I'm not into pop rap. I already grew up with that with Lisa Lopez. I loved it when she did it. I don't need it again. I already lived through a legend that was already doing that. Yeah. If I'm gonna be a stan, this is who I'm a stan. It definitely wouldn't be a newer artist of today. But I do want to thank you for thinking that, because that right there tells me that Cardi B has talent, because obviously it bothers you to think that I'm a stan of Cardi B's. So that right there tells me that the Barbs are afraid of Cardi B, because obviously she makes better music than Nicki Minaj. That's the only reason why y'all would constantly bring her up like this. So it makes, hey. I don't know, but y'all come over here with all of this. My beautiful melanated and majestic king brings all the Barbs to the yard. And I'm like, they're better than hers. Damn right. They're better than hers. I can teach her, but I'll have to charge. So yeah, no. Pop rapper, queen. Queen of rap. Queen of rap. Queen of rap. Not Nicki Minaj's apps. Not Nicki Minaj's peers. Nowhere on the spectrum with Nicki Minaj other than surpassing her. Other than that, not her ops, not her peers, have nothing to do with her. She's pressed. She's pressed because she cannot rap. These two can. She's still fighting to get to this position. She's still fighting for this position. She's even dressing like this one's old job for this position. She wants a this so bad. So bad, bitch. Because she wants to be this. But you can't be this by being an over-glorified version of this. Okay? And that's why you're mad. Any questions? But TLC is literally the best-selling American girl group in the world. You guys don't know how to make well enough make sense. Oh, let me not put this up. And another thing, you cannot, let me, hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I may not have bought this on vinyl. Yes, I did. Okay. You cannot become this Stealing out of her closet. That's why she wants the new girls to think she's this. You're not this. There's not enough talent to be that. So, that's where we are today. Who are we talking about? Let me see. Let me see if I got something. Who are we talking about? We're talking about her. We're talking about her. And why her loser fans seem to think that everybody is supposed to bend over and kiss her ass. Well, she can't even, everything that she used to, she can't. Has been. Ain't that what she said? You love you some Nicki? That's good. I'm glad you do. I don't. I used to like her music, but I don't anymore. I think she's washed now. She has a really, really hard time recreating her glory days. Why are you talking about her when Cardio just got dropped by Atlantic? Oh, did she? Oh, I didn't know that. Let me go and read up about that. I didn't know she got dropped. Cardio? Cardio got dropped? Is that who you said? You said Cardio? Why am I talking about her when Cardio just got dropped? Oh. Check Twitter. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me get over to Twitter. I'm going to search Cardio dropped. I'm not going to put Cardio, but I'm going to put Cardi dropped by Atlantic, because I'm sure this is going to be all over TMZ, considering she's their cash cow. No, I don't see that. What I do see, though, is a bunch of barbs trying to push the narrative. But I'm smart enough to know, considering I went to college to become a reporter. So I know how to find the info that I'm looking for. But no, I see a bunch of barbs discussing Cardi, as usual, as if she's paying their bills. Because that's what it looks like. Cardi was the one crying on Spaces. So what? Check her Spaces from 2 hours ago. I don't see it. If you got it, send it to me. I know y'all keep track of everything she does. Send it to me. Ooh, got the nanny. When she coming through swinging her body. Oop, not they said Nicki on Stacey had given out money so her fans can buy that song. Bitch. Let me show y'all, because I don't never motherfucking lie. Nicki on Stacey had giving out money so her fans can buy that song. LOL, the desperation. But I be lying. But I'm the one lying. The same way I'm keeping track of Nicki. What does Spaces have to do with them saying she was dropped? Exactly. They can't make, this is why I love interacting with them, is because they can't make the narrative stick. That's why they won't just request a camera and come up here and go toe to toe. They're going to live in them comments. They are going to live in those comments because that's where it's safe. Oh, we dragging you on Twitter. Drag me right here. I'm right here. Here I go. Come up here. Cardi was on Spaces saying Atlantic drop you. Well, let me go over to the Discord that keeps track of every single tweet that she makes. And I'm going to see if she went on space. Looks like Papa got some tricks in his bag, huh? 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 Papa got some tricks in his bag, huh? Mm-hmm. Because I want to see where she was on space. I don't believe there was a space today. I'm going to tell you here in just a second. I'm going to tell you. Nope, she definitely was not on spaces today. So, no, she wasn't on space. And I can't show you guys my Discord, but just know we keep track of everything that she does, and there was definitely not a space. But thanks for tuning in, because clearly that's all this is. You guys are so tuned in with Cardi B and everything that she's doing. But want to try to push this narrative like people are keeping track of Nicki. No. I mean, obviously you guys say she's the bigger artist. She's the most everything, the highest everything, including highest. And whenever anybody like checks on whatever she's doing or anything like that, they're automatically obsessed. That's why nobody's checking for her. That's the reason right there. That's the reason right there. That's the reason why her career only exists on Twitter and Instagram. That's the reason why she's lonely in that house all the fucking time and doesn't come out to any industry events. There's not a space. I already know there's not. There was an article saying there was some Atlantic layoffs and some artists were dropped. Yeah, but that article came out like last year. And pull cards for fun. I know that's right. Now Bar's trying to say she got dropped. Imagine a Lil Wayne and Juice WRLD collab. It's all dead. They're all dead. We don't need that. Nobody's asking for that. Yeah, Atlantic restructured last year. So, I don't know. Let me go see if Mirajesty came back to Twitter to type about me like the fanned out fairy he is. Let's see. Is you talking about me? Because I know how much y'all love me. That's so funny. No. You didn't post about me. You didn't post about me, and you didn't request that camera. That's why I be saying, man, I be owing them. Hey, Simple. Female Rap Today is saying she got dropped. Female Rap Today. That's not a reputable source. It's not a reliable source. Tell me, have you seen her? Let me wrap my weave up. Gasolina, double my gasolina skirt. Motorsport. Scoot. You a dork. Never been no sport. Don't get to quote me on lyrics, bitch. I ain't heard that song in 7 years. They was all on Twitter talking about, because they came on my live yesterday talking about, oh, what's your favorite Cardi bar? And I sat here and started going through her entire discography in my head. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, you're on live. Fuck them. Like, they want to know my favorite Cardi bar. They can tweet me. So I skipped on past it. And last night I was on Twitter Space and they were posting this fucking clip in the comments talking about, yeah, but he always speaking about Nicki. Am I speaking about her lyrics? Like, am I on TikTok reciting her lyrics? I didn't think I was. I didn't think I was. I thought the remix and the original were both trash. Both of them have lost it. That was the reason why I even came on. That was the reason why I even came on TikTok Live today to begin with, was because I wanted to talk about Lil Wayne's album and whether I feel as though he should retire or not. And I do feel like he should retire. The real Shaquille says, the first time I've seen you in like 3 years and you still talk about Nicki. Oh, well, thank you for following and keeping track about what I talk about. Just support Cardi and be a kind person. Well, I actually support all of the other artists, from R&B to female rap to regular rap to I even listen to a lot of the well, not a lot, but a little bit of the rock music. And of course, I have been tuned in to my girl, Mother Monster. So I listen to a lot of music, like a lot of music. That's why I be trying to explain to these stands that the whole stand construct would never work with me, because I literally listen to too much other music, like too much other music. Like, so. No, no one keeps tabs. Only time you're relevant is when you speak on Nicki. That's just not true, because I just got 1 million views from popping my shit to Cardi B's song. That's what you guys don't like. So, yeah, that's not true. 3 years later, are you richer than her yet? Well, as soon as you guys tell me how much money she actually has and not a net worth, I'll be able to answer that question. But until then, I'm not going to even attempt it. But like I said before, thanks for keeping track of me for 3 whole years. You know, that kind of love and support you can't buy. So I want to thank you so much for even caring what it is that I talk about, especially for 3 whole years. You know, that kind of support is hard to come by. I remember when I used to make my TikTok videos and nobody cared, honey. And then one day I decided to talk about how a VMA would never be a Grammy, and my life changed immediately and never went back. So I want to thank you. She lives in a $20 million home. What about you? Mine's not $20 million, but I would go a step further and say she's overpaying for that house. I mean, I saw the inside. The house looks like it's like the 70s still. It's very comparable to my own house. Also, she's got that wood panel closet. Ugh. If y'all think my wood panel walls is tacky, then that shit is fucking abhorrent. So for her to be such a $20 million homeowner, her home looks a lot like mine. Do you feel like once they hit their peak, they got comfortable and didn't really evolve musically? Absolutely. I feel like some of these artists have been coddled by their rabid fan base, because some of these artists actually do have like rabid fan bases that will run and stream and concoct plans to cheat and do things like that. And I feel like that once you achieve that level of stardom, it does make you very complacent, and it makes you feel as though you never have to evolve musically. I feel like that's the rut that Lil Wayne is stuck in, as well as Nicki Minaj, as well as Drake. All 3 of the Young Money biggest artists all have rabid fan bases. And because of it, I feel like their talent has been stifled and just doesn't grow creatively anymore. Yes, they definitely stay tuned to me. And it's on all aspects of social media. Bro acting like he wasn't a fan. I never said I wasn't a fan. I always openly talked about how I used to listen to her music. I always talked about how when I was 25 years old, I used to shake my shoulders, bitch, at the gay club like the rest of y'all, and my crop tops that stopped at my nipples, and my shorts that cut up into my thighs. So at the end of the day, you're not eating. I've already said that. I've said those things. We used to have the biggest gay club in the entire country in my city. It's called Mask. Mask nightclub. They closed it down, but before it was closed down, we won awards every single year for being the #1 gay club in the entire country. And so when I used to go to the gay club when I was in college, yes, my song was Bees in the Trap. I played the fuck out of that song. That song was pretty close to platinum in my household. So you're not going to eat with that. I've never ran away from the fact that I used to listen to her music. How else would I have been able to lip sync the words of the songs? So listen to that snippet of Cardi's single, and you mean to tell me that's quality music? Absolutely. It's what the people want to hear today. Have you seen the response? Leave my live and go over to my account and look at my very first video. I got 1.2 million views on just that snippet. I don't think Nicki Minaj has 1.2 million views on that new song with Lil Wayne yet on all streaming platforms. So thoughts on Ring 2? I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it. I love Kehlani. I love the way that she sings. Her runs, like when she does her runs, they are always so heavenly. So I really like that. But you are almost 40. You're not ashamed of doing shit like that on social media. Like, genuinely, what's your J? No, I'm not ashamed. Of course not. Any more than Nicki's ashamed of showing up on social media nodding out. Why would I be ashamed that I got an audience and people tune in to every single word that I'm going to say out of my mouth, especially when it pertains to music? So, no, I don't feel ashamed. I love it. We don't care, Cat Williams. Well, leave. Look at him and his whole aesthetic. He's clearly off a bit. But whatever I am, you love it because you're still here. I've been on live now for almost 2 hours, and you've been in the comments the entire time. They stay parked up in your lives. They do. Ashamed of what? Enjoying music? Exactly. Wayne, Drake, and her don't want to retire because they still trying to chase the ghosts of Hov and Kim. Baby, you better motherfucking clock it. You better fucking clock it. And the sad reality of it is Wayne could have stopped a very long time ago. He was a child star who grew up in the industry. His best days are behind him. He didn't have to release this album. He did not have to release this fucking album. So, yes. An audience. Exactly. A fucking audience. Age shaming when Nicki is in her 40s and be on social media doing the same stuff. Nicki is a year and a half older than me. She's older than me. Nah, I just got here 5 minutes ago. I talked about Nicki 3 seconds in. Well, no matter how long you've been here, you're still here and you're engaging in the conversation. So clearly you enjoy it. So what are we angry about? Bro, your fave shelved fast as fuck. Is that why you're mad? I'm not mad. I'm having a great day. I'm actually still waiting to smoke Marajesty's ashes, so I'm not mad. The downfall of Young Money is sad to watch in real time. Absolutely. It really is, because I remember back in the day, before Old Girl ever even released an album, when she was doing all of those features, and the songs were hot songs. Like Bedrock was a hot song. Bottoms Up was a hot song, you know what I'm saying? And then she went and jumped on the remixes, and it was a movement for her. So to see her go from that to this, I saw her on stage huffing and puffing, talk about it was 700 horses. I mean, I only ride 700 horses. I mean, I don't fuck with horses. It's like, girl, you don't remember what you quote unquote wrote? Her downfall is the worst music. Like, even Vanilla Ice still has some type of reverence today. Her downfall is probably the worst downfall in the history of rap music. We didn't go to school together. No, we did not, because she was older than me. She is. She's older than me. I don't know what to say to that. Huffing and puffing. Baby, she was like, I said I don't fuck with horses. I was like, and then y'all, When the camera pulled back, it was a motherfucking teleprompter. How you don't know the lyrics you wrote and you got a teleprompter in front of you? Oof. Y'all gotta say she shelved to make herself feel better. You will never be Nikki. Hold on, go back. You will never be Nikki in your life. You can't compete. Baby, I don't want to be her. I don't know if you noticed or not, but sis is in shambles. She picked up her husband at a fucking homeless turkey drive. She married him. He's a convicted rapist. She had a baby by him. The baby doesn't talk. She is addicted to Percocets. She's in extreme debt. I would not want that life. I'm sorry. I would much rather take Cash Doll's life before I would ever want Nicki Minaj's life. Like, y'all gotta stop with the delusions. Y'all don't want her life. Let's see. Bro, if we keep it a book, Wayne is only one out of the YM collective with a classic album. Exactly. Subbing Megan now and acting surprised about his honey. How much money or property, go back, has your opinion provided you? Enough? Hold on. Ain't you that one autistic boy from Twitter? Let me look at you. I'm pretty sure you are. Let me see. It is you. It's that autistic boy from Twitter. I know that's who you are. Oh, no, not they got the fat old ass man in here, Kenneth Cooper. Now, you know, you blocked me on Twitter. Why are you in my comments? Yeah, she definitely bought her own ring, the $1 million ring. Hey, Vontae. The $1 million ring that he couldn't afford to buy because allegedly he was selling used cars at the time when he showed up to that turkey drive for the homeless people. What do you think Nicki could do to reinvent and really come back on top? Y'all gonna think I'm being shady. I already know y'all are, but I'm gonna tell you because this is a conversation that we literally actively have. Number one, she's going to have to divorce the rapist. That's first things first. And I'm not talking from a standpoint of view with any of these viewpoints. I know it's a lot of stands in here, but I'm just going to keep it real. First things first, she got to divorce that rapist. Number two, she's probably going to need to get back with Safari because her and Safari created magic together. That's how everybody even became aware of who she was. So she would definitely need to repair that relationship with Safari so that they can bring Roman and Martha back. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to put her on top and keep her there forever. Harassment and bullying, y'all are doing too fucking much. Because I called that man fat. Lord. Anywho. And the last thing I think is she really needs to just lock in. Go get some rehab. Lock in, you know. And I think, you know, she'll be able to at least produce something to give her a fair chance. Do I think Cardi is better than Nicki? Yes. That baby do talk and Nicki is not broke. Prove it. She just needs to leave that man. I agree. Nobody wants to be in debt. Exactly. On live talking about a hoe you don't like is crazy. It's y'all's fault. Quit bringing her up. Hell, maybe even Asian doll. Baby, I'll take Asian's life over hers. Not Gladys, honey. I'd rather be Sweetie. I know that's right. That was a good read. Clock it. Do you genuinely think Cardi is better than her? Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, y'all, I'm autistic and have Twitter. I thought so. You're also obsessed with me. And you've been in my comments already this morning on Twitter. And now here you are on my TikTok page. I told you before, I'm never giving you any zick. I am married. The way that you are obsessed with me and hairstyles that I could potentially wear is extremely concerning. I have not seen you pay anybody else on Twitter this much attention. I saw you were single. You're not half bad looking. You're a little dusty, but you're not going to get what you want from me per se. So I would advise you, respectfully, of course, to focus your obsession elsewhere. Again, you're not going to get any of this good ass, thick ass, good, good Zick. Okay, it's my husband's. Sorry. So yeah, he can't write a hit of his own. Well, most songwriters can't write a hit for themselves. Research Diane Warren. She was definitely happier with Safari. Yeah, if you guys go and look up her interview that she did with Angie Martinez when she was talking about breaking up with Safari, she broke down crying so bad they had to go to a commercial break so that she wouldn't be embarrassed. The industry is too ageist for her to have a big comeback, let's be honest. I agree. She's 42 years old. Cardi, Doja, and Megan stole her spot, and Lotto. Why do you think Cardi is better than Nicki, like musically? Because Cardi raps. Her entire career is not based on singing flat like a goat. And yeah, she's going to have to make nice with Megan and Belcalis. It still won't bring her back. I think he got a crush on you. He does. He definitely does. Love both, but Nicki is washing Cardi as a rapper. Then why can't she get a #1 song without y'all mass buying or running the station head in a coordinated effort? What do you gain from this? Just your love. Your love, eh? Also, she made too many enemies. She could never issue that many apologies. She's not going to do that anyway. She thinks she's better than everybody. Okay, you're not serious, LMAO. Bye. Bye, bitch. You came asking for my opinion. The fuck? I don't even know you. Typing the same comment 5 times in a row. Then when you get an answer, you mad at the answer. Anywho, it is now 6 p.m. I've been on here for about 2 hours. I got to go cook because I have a life and a husband. So I got to go and cook. So I will see y'all later. Did Cardi go on Spaces? No. If you had to predict where a new song with Wayne will chart, where would you put it at? Number 100. Getting #1 hits does not necessarily make someone a better rapper. That's true. By Classy and a Quiet. Not you mentioning your favorite biracial, Chantel. The way Chad is dusting y'all with is a tickle. Baby. I love Nicki, but she was such a hater. Always, that's her brand. Best friend. All right, y'all, let me get the hell out of here. I'm going to upload this over to my YouTube channel. So if you guys don't follow me on YouTube, go over there. It is @Mr. Chad Turner. It should be the same as my username here. I love y'all. Let me see y'all later. Bye.